Hello, hello, hello. What's going on? Will Amani here. Sports Rap. We're going to talk a minute. I want to talk a little bit about Bronny James situation and, how things are going and speak on what I believe is happening and why, in my view, he shouldn't even play basketball. He shouldn't play basketball. It's not because he's not good enough. He's not his dad. And he will never be like his dad. And the issue is, you can already see it. Everybody, whatever he does, whatever he goes through, whatever he doesn't do, whatever he doesn't accomplish, will be in the shadow of his father, LeBron James. A lot of pressure for a young man. And at 18, I think last year, he had a heart attack. Heart attack. So, in my view, I think the young man needs to take a step back. I understand you appreciate the game of basketball. You've grown up with it your whole life. But what is your goal in trying to play in the NBA? It won't sit well with you or your father if you go somewhere and you ride a pine. If you go somewhere, you get to play a few minutes here and there, you score 4 points, 10, 3 rebounds, this. Similar stats that you were getting at USC, and you weren't happy with that. You were not getting enough playing time, and when you did, your production wasn't that great. Why go through that at the NBA with today's issues with respect to social media? Everything is magnified millions of times over and over and over. Why put yourself through that? Because at your age, you have the world in front of you. There are a lot of things you can do. Your father is involved with so many things. You could join his sports marketing agency. You could build your own thing. You have your own money. You have your own brand. You have your own NIL. The life you could live, it's not money. Obviously, we all know that. You're not motivated by money. And you're motivated by the potential of being great in your own right. I get that. But when all else don't go well, this world is brutal. It's brutal, and you've already noticed that. You've already seen it. You hear the chatter, you hear the negativity. I don't think you have anything to prove to anybody. I don't think, Bronny James, you have anything to prove to anybody. And I feel the pressure has been brought on you, and mostly by your father. Your father has, I love LeBron James. I think he's the greatest player ever. But I really think he has pushed too much on his kids, his two boys. You can never be a LeBron James. There can never be another LeBron James. You can have the James name, but you will never be there. And this is why I believe they should avoid playing basketball, especially Bronny. Bryce, still young, still has a lot of upside, and he seems to be more relaxed because the pressure of his dad's legacy is not as much on him as it is on his older brother, Bronny. And so I really think that it would be helpful for Bronny to find his own way that doesn't include basketball. That's just my opinion. I know he's a grown man. He'll make his own decisions. But you can see psychologically what he could potentially be setting himself up for. What I'm concerned about, and he's a sensitive young man. I'm not saying he's not a robot. We all care what is being said about us. What I see happening is a lot of hate, a lot of ridicule, a lot of unfair comparisons to King James. And this will create a lot of problems psychologically, mentally, emotionally. And it may impact his life. His life. And I think that needs to be, the potential for the crash, for the disrespect, for the failure. Yes, let's use that word. Because, in watching Bronny James play, he's a good ball player. But, I mean, you see what's out there right now. You're looking at Anthony Edwards, Ja Morant, Halliburton. You looking at, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Luka, Kyrie. You can go down the list of great, tremendous, upside, world-class future Hall of Famers. There's quite a few of them in the league right now. And there are a lot more coming. Because the game, due to the fact that basketball, they started so young playing organized basketball, and now you have the Europeans. They're playing organized basketball from the time they pee-pee. Like 3 years old, they're playing basketball organized. They're going to traveling, going to games, 5, 7, 10. They're playing at a level where before it wasn't as much of a pressure-filled place because everybody wants to get there. There's no birthright to the league. There's no, because he's the son of so-and-so, although there are some good basketball players of sons of former NBA greats who are in the league right now. Quite a few of them, actually. And I understand why Bronny might want to say, okay, at least I need to make it to the league. I think he has this challenge for himself to make it to the league and then make it in the league. Look, I wish that would happen. I wish that would happen. I wish that would happen, seriously, because I'm a fan. But sadly, I don't see that happening. Realistically, I don't see that happening. And I see a lot of pain, a lot of hurt, a lot of pressure, a lot of potential psych, mental, or even physical health issues. Because he's already had a major scare. A heart attack. Before he's 20 years old, he had a heart attack. What more do you need to see, to know that what is being placed on that young man's shoulder by himself and his father is causing some problems, has already caused some problems, and it's getting worse by the pressure. And then his father talking about how he wants to play with his son in the NBA before he retires. Who's the pressure on there? Who? It's not on LeBron. It's not on anybody else. It's on Bronny. So now you put the whole world spotlight on him. That's what everybody's talking about. What if he doesn't make it in the NBA? What have you done to him then? How is he going to feel? What if he doesn't get picked up by a team? It's very possible that he will not be drafted by an NBA team. Then how does that young man feel after all this talk from his world, internationally, the most recognized athlete on the planet right now is likely LeBron James. Everything he says, he has a huge social media. Millions of people, 50 million or so, follow LeBron James. The pressure. Again, I'm a fan of LeBron James, but in this case, I don't think he should have made any public pronouncements about his son's future. I don't think he should have done anything about it. He shouldn't have said a damn thing about his son's NBA potential career or non-career. Leave it all to Bronny James. Let him figure it out. Let him find out. But the way things are, now LeBron is backing off, talking about, well, I don't have to, go wherever Bronny goes. I don't have to play with Bronny. He can do his own thing. Because you see what the damage is and the pushback and the pressure that created, and the image, the notion that you will be able to dictate playing with your son. Basically, you will be able to dictate to a team, or the fact that you are who you are, a team will pick him up and then sign you to a big contract and then create a roster spot for your son, regardless of his capabilities or abilities. You started saying this a year and a half ago, LeBron James. Why? So much pressure on that young man. He already has suffered a major health crisis. His health should be number one. And in my view, after that heart attack incident, that's when he should have hung up his basketball shoes. That he's a smart young man. That's when he should have decided, you know what, this isn't for me. That's when LeBron James, as a father, a loving father, should have said, I don't want to keep putting this pressure on my boy. I don't want to do this to him. We need to sit down, create an out for him. Not that you want to play your last year or two with him. I see if he was all that. I see if he was a potential lottery pick. If he was rumored to be a lottery pick. If he was that nice. He's good. But he's not lottery good. He's not the type of player where such pressure can be put on him kind of good. And this is my only beef that I have with LeBron James. It's the pressure. The pressure he's put his kids in. Y'all remember Michael Jordan's son? He tried. He tried. But it got to a point when he realized it's too much. He would never get there, and they would never leave him alone. Every shot he misses would be, well, Jordan would have missed that. Every time he scored on, well, his dad wouldn't have let that happen. And then they're going to get on you on social media all day, every day. That's not a life. And that's not quitting. You had a successful career as a high school star. I know as an athlete, the natural instinct is to keep going. Keep going. This is uncharted territory. It's the first son of the greatest athlete, the greatest basketball player ever, the top scorer ever, one of the best ever, LeBron James. It's a tough place to be. It's a tough place to be. But again, it's time to look out for what's best for Bronny James and anybody. It's your health. Mental and physical health. Mental and physical health. Sometimes the mental health is more important and should be guarded than even the physical health. You can see where this might end up mentally, health-wise, for this young man if things do not work out in the NBA. It won't You know, we don't guard. I'm a parent. I'm a parent of 3 children. And we don't guard against the potential mental damage to our children enough. We don't foresee the potential harm certain things might bring to their mental health. We don't consider that enough. And yes, we see physical health. We see somebody like Bronny James, very healthy physically. You look at him, he's like a great athlete. Wow. But you don't see what's going on. You would never know, you would never see, or you would never guess, or you would never think that young man just had a heart attack if you saw him. You don't know what's going on with all this pressure, all this, and he has said something about it recently. He has said something about it, about the pressure that he's under. And this is what we need to look at. This is why I'm pleading that he should avoid basketball. He should leave basketball and put together a new life, a different path forward. It can involve sports. It can involve basketball, but it shouldn't be as a player. It shouldn't be as a player. He should just appreciate his great career up to now and start heading towards greatness in another capacity. I think LeBron would support that. He's a good dad, but I just think he played it. He hasn't played it right when it comes to realizing the enormity of the challenge to even play for a little while as a son of LeBron James. They were able to still dominate the high school level, but at the high school level, you occasionally will face a great talent here and there. But in the NBA, everybody was great at the high school or the college level before they got to the league. Great. And I mean all-star and potential Hall of Fame greats that are in the league right now. Well, I don't want to beat it up. I don't want to keep, dwelling on the issue. But I hope, people see what I'm trying to say, and I hope that I don't think LeBron will listen to this or his son. If they happen to, it's a serious issue. It's a serious concern, and my natural instinct, like every parent, is to protect their children. But what we don't see as parents is sometimes the people we have to protect our children from may be us. It's hard. It's a hard truth to accept that perhaps as a parent, you may be your child's worst enemy. I pray that LeBron and Bronny find a way forward that works and makes both of them happy, especially Bronny, because it's his life. His father has lived the best world, and has accomplished great things. They are different people. I just hope that he guards and protects his health first. Again, mental and physical health. That must be the focus above all else. He doesn't need the fame. He doesn't need the money. He would never, I can't say never, but from what I've seen, it's too much to put him through under the shadow of his great father, LeBron James. I'm pretty sure whatever else Bronny was to decide to do, he would be great at that too. I sure hope they don't find out the hard way. They say quit when you're on top. Right now he's on top as one of the best high school athletes to have played in high school. He's one of the best at that level. I predict, I don't want to wish bad on him. I want him to succeed. Even if he goes to the NBA, I'm praying he will succeed, and I'm wrong. But from what I've seen, I just don't see that happening. And it's a pressure cooker that he's going to place himself in. And in these days, again, of social media and the meanness and the cruelty, I worry about Bronny James's mental health. And because of the major health scare that he had a year ago, I worry about his physical health. And those things considered, I think weighs in favor of him just getting out of that pressure cooker. And you got your whole life ahead of you. You don't need that. You don't need this. There's no measurement. There's nothing to prove to the world or your dad when it comes to basketball. If you just love the game, you want to play it, fine. But you're not just another athlete. Unfortunately, your father cast a huge shadow over everybody. And I think that is what creates the pressure that I don't think you will ever be able to get out from under should you be in the NBA. Let's get real. Let's be real and analyze it for real. Let's see what's going to happen. Even if you were drafted, which would likely not be in the first round, likely not be in the second. What happens? What happens? Please think it through. Think it through, seriously. Really think it through. Really think it through 100% and be serious about what is going on. You can't compete with your dad, LeBron. You cannot compete with LeBron. And LeBron, your son should not have the pressure of having to be anywhere close to what you are doing, what you have done, what you have accomplished. Too much pressure. And you're going to hurt him if it continues. I'm glad to see that you're backing off of it a little bit and saying that it's up to him what he wants to do. And I believe he puts too much pressure on himself. A lot of it is because of you, Dad, LeBron. So, yes, that's my piece. That's what I had to say on this issue. But in the end of the day, again, it's up to the James family. It's up to Bronny, mostly. And I hope the right thing is done by him, for him. As I said, it's all about health first. Health first, nothing else. Health first. Because if you ain't living, and if you're not living healthy, who knows what the next incident might mean. He may not get up the next one. Why put him through all that? Why? Anyway, good luck, Bronny. Be praying for you, cheering for you, and will support any decisions you make because you're a good young man, and I want you to be successful, whatever you decide to do. And I know your dad wants that too. I know he does. He loves you. He's a good dad. And I think now you're in the right place. You're your own man. You're going to make your own decisions. I just had to say what I had to say. Good luck, Bronny. Good luck. May God be with you. Good luck, King James. Respect always. Willow Money, Sports Rap. I'm out.